Wendy, what's going on with Jack?
It's exactly what you guys are seeing from up there. His brakes are hung up on the 16, so he is just praying for a caution at this point.
Well, he almost got one.
Whoa.
Oh,
He
just got him one. He sure
the
did.
8 of Deborah Renshaw gets spun around, and the caution flag will fly.
And that will be a break for the 14 truck of Rick Crawford.
Let's take another look at how Deborah Renshaw got spun around.
See Jack Sprague, the 16 trucks in the middle there. Deborah, they make a slight bit of contact as they enter turn number 1, and Deborah end up losing control, make some pretty good contact with the outside wall with the left side.
It almost looked like Jack slid up into her a little bit. He was right down against the other truck when they entered the corner. Came a truck width or so off of the truck on the low side and got into Deborah.
Whoa, 43, Johnny Sider, lots of smoke out there. But just to finish up, Terry Cook's crew said, we'll donate the money and hope everybody else does. Yellow flag is out.
They bring out the caution, and that is probably Timothy Peters gets spun around in 3 and 4, and definitely could be from fluid out of that 43 because he started smoking on the backstretch.
See it start smoking just the slightest bit here, but as we mentioned before, the truck was still running, so he undoubtedly had an oil line or something that came loose. Michael, he's back on the racetrack.
Yeah, Timothy Peters might have gotten hit or something, but there must be 20 trucks that drive through the oil before, and they didn't spin out, so you got to assume maybe. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, Timmy gets hit right there. It didn't have anything to do with the oil.
Looked like
the truck of Brendan Gaughan just
Yeah.
got into him. I didn't think that everybody could get through there, and all of a sudden, you know, it gets one guy spun out.
He was actually able to get by Ted Musgrave. And we've got debris on the front stretch. I don't know if that's a sign that had flown off of a billboard or something, but there's a sign on the front stretch.
On the front straightaway, watching.
And the caution is going to come out, as we just heard one of the drivers making that announcement too, or one of the spotters.
Ah, well, that was the debris right there.
Yeah.
Somebody ran over it and took it away.
Cheerios was going to get a lot of good airtime, and that guy just wiped it out.
7 or 8 times, they never really know when they're going to quit. But what's cool about Kevin Harvick is he's got a great helmet with KISS on it, and we've got a spin on the racetrack. The number 9 has gone around.
Justin Hopgood in the number 9 this week. Why we're under this caution. Look as though he's on his own.
Oh, he's so fortunate. He kept the gas down and not mostly kept it off the wall. He can continue on here, and he had a good qualifying run, Phil.
It doesn't look like the 46, but it is. That's Dennis Setzer in the number 46 with a flat right front tire. He will not be able to come down pit road the first time by. As he went by turn 4, it blew then. Now he's going to make his way to pit road. It's taken him a whole lap, and so that tire is shredded.
But it's shredded the truck. That's the bad part. You know, you see all the damage it's done there. There's a chance the way that thing was shooting sparks out, he's burned his sway bar arm off too, Phil. There could be a lot more damage than just a flat tire when they get this thing to the pit. Ray, are they worried? Do they know what they got?
Setzer has fallen all the way back to 35th in the running order.
Big problem coming out of turn number 4. Timothy Peter gets into the wall.
A lot of damage front and rear of that Bailey's Dodge.
Went in with Brandon Witt together there in turn 4 pit road. Here's the crash. Let's see what happens. It looks like Timothy Peters drove down a little bit on Brandon Witt, caused him to make contact. Brandon was in there a pretty good ways, and they just ran out of racing room over there.
Yeah, it looked like Timmy maybe pinched him down a little bit, and unfortunately they made some contact. Brandon ran into Timmy basically, and Timmy got contact front and rear with the wall.
And it's dragging. And it looks like we're going to have a spinner, a crash on the track. Yellow will be out, and now we're going to see those pit stops that everybody was looking for.
How this caution came about.
Oh, he got together with Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace in the 12 truck. Mike was on the outside, had given him plenty of room down on the bottom of the racetrack. And the 07 moved up the hill. They made some contact, and around he went.
Went a lap down. Now he's going to try to race and get that lap back. Get back. Oh, and there is a caution. He will get his lap back, as will Bill Lester.
Deborah Renshaw in the 8 gets spun around and backs it into the wall in turn 2.
Come on, get it started. Come on.
Let's see what happened, Bill.
See where the 8 of Deborah Renshaw. She got a little bit loose getting in the corner. She was on the inside of the 1 of Ted Musgrave. Got a little bit loose, lost the back end, and around she went back into the fence.
Michael mentioned the 9th caution of the night has come out, and look at the damage. We saw the 50 of Todd Cleaver going by. Cleaver was involved in a battle for 4th, and a lot of damage to the front of that truck.
Boom, right there. You can see the 16.
You're exactly right. It was the 16 of Jack Sprague. Now, Jack made a little contact with the left front corner too, but probably a situation where Todd probably saw it first, or maybe a spotter caught it first, and then he probably tried to throw his hand up, didn't have enough time, and Jack ran in the back of him. It certainly was not intentional on Jack's
part.
Best finish he can get with the strategy he played. He led this race until there was only 12 laps to go. Great strategy.
Oh, problems with the 99 of Ricky Craven.
Not
Again, problems.
A lot of damage to the 15 of Kyle Busch there. We just caught a glimpse of him as he came off turn number 2. I think the 15 truck got in the wall. Well, the 15 truck was already in the wall. Then it looked like Bill Luster came along and ran into the back of the 99 Ricky Craven. Very, very similar situation to what we saw a few moments ago when Todd Cleaver got turned around. Here's Ricky. You see him back off. He got a little shot, it looked like, from Bill Luster. Made some contact with the outside.
Kevin Harvick takes away the 3rd position, and now he will try to get by Todd Bodine. Terry Cook gets spun around.
And he's going to come back in traffic for...
Stops, Terry. Ted Musgrave made a little contact with Terry Cook.
Come on.
Just a slight bit of contact as they entered turn number 1, and unfortunately, it doesn't take a whole lot, especially as you make that wide arc in the turn number 1. Terry Cook has had some very, very similar. Here you see another look at it. Looked like Ted, he poked his nose into the inside, and Terry came down, and they made some contact. Ted was just barely up beside him.
4 laps of racing to go. Mike Skinner. Kevin Harvick on the inside.
David Starr around.
And we get a spinner again. That's the 75 of David Starr getting spun around. And the caution comes out, and a new record for cautions at Richmond. That's the 12th.
See if we can see what happened here. You see David, he's on, looks like the 88 Matt Crafton drives to the inside. Very, very similar to what happened with Ted Musgrave and Terry Cook.
Now, Phil, we've talked about how wide the groove is here.